Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here with another installment of Rabbi E in 3, brought to you by MEOR, Washington, D.C. Our website is MEORDC.com. Check it out and learn about the programs we offer, including on the campus both of GW and AU, the Maimonides Jewish Leaders Fellowship. So this week's Torah portion is Toldos in the book of Genesis, and it's also the week of Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to tie the two together. Let me show you how. Toldos speaks of the birth and early lives of our patriarch Yaakov and his twin brother Esav. And the Torah tells us that Yaakov and Esav chose very different paths in life. Yaakov was Yosef Ohalim, a person who dwelled in tents. In other words, in the tents of learning and tradition from his father Yitzchak and his grandfather Avraham, learning of monotheism and of really the mission of the people that he was one day going to give birth to, the Jewish people. Esav was Ish Sadeh, a man of the field, a hunter, out there following his physical drives and passions, and it led him, our sages tell us, to commit the very, very worst transgressions. But it's misleading to say that Esav chose a bad path because he was very passionate, as if Yaakov wasn't passionate. If you look at Yaakov, our patriarch, he was extremely driven and ambitious and successful in this world. It wasn't that one was passionate and one was placid. That can't explain the difference in the paths they chose. How can we get a handle on it? Well, people are complex and their choices are not easy to fully explain, but the Torah gives us a clue in the name Esav. He came out of the womb, the Torah says, of ruddy complexion and all hairy like a cloak. And they called him Esav because it's related to the Hebrew word oseh, meaning, look, he came out ready-made, complete, in a physical sense. But there's a deeper idea as well. Our rabbis tell us that's how Esav looked at himself, as if he was complete, had nothing left to perfect in himself or change in himself. What? I am the way I am. That's not how we're supposed to look at ourselves in this world. That's not how Yaakov looked at himself. We're supposed to see ourselves as a work in progress, not fully made. We're very imperfect. We're very incomplete. God gives us great potential, and by the way, gives us the Torah as the guidebook to actualize that potential, but we're very, very far from being complete, ready-made, nothing else to talk about. Giving thanks is all about acknowledging that we're not perfect, that we're not complete, that someone else can bestow something on us and do benefit for us. It takes humility and a sense of our own smallness, in a sense, to say thank you. And that's what we are as Jewish people. The word Yehudi, Jew. A Jew means someone who gives thanks. That's the actual etymology of the word Yehudi, from the word lahodot, to acknowledge or to admit or to give thanks. It's all the same root. That's what Thanksgiving is, to admit that we're not perfect, we're not complete. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and actually it's a beautiful thing to be incomplete. It leads to a lifetime of thanking and growing.